SPF, DKIM, DMARC. They're set up, they're running, but are they actually working? If you're using Cloudflare and you're using their DMARC monitoring service, you can see the reports in your dashboard. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to show you where to find your reports in Cloudflare and what they actually mean. So keep on watching. Welcome to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost with me, Charly Leetham. If you're a small business owner looking to simplify technology and get real, actionable advice from someone with 35 years of IT experience, you're in the right place. Every episode, I'll dive into tools and systems like email, CRM, marketing and tracking, and I'll break them down into bite-sized tips you can use straight away. Your time is valuable, so let's get straight to the point. It's time to work smarter, not harder. Rise and Shine, it's your business tech boost with me, Charly Leetham. It is episode number 694 today, and we are going to be doing a walkthrough Wednesday. Today, I'm actually going to show you in a Cloudflare account how you can look at your DMARC, your email DMARC reports, and identify things that you might want to dig into. We're going to be using my account. We're going to be using my own email domain for askcharlyleetham.com. I actually have got some reports there to show you. Some of them will have things that I looked at and went, that's really strange. What do I need to do to fix that? And raised a few red flags for me. So let me share my screen and we will get straight into it. Okay, so this is my Cloudflare account. I have already logged in. I've already gone to the domain. You'll see that there are things blurred out here, mostly because it doesn't need to be out there. you get an idea of what the dashboard looks like. From here, we're going to go and look at the email statistics. So where do you look? Over in your left-hand menu, find where it says email. Click on that and drop down your submenu. We want to go to DMARC management. So I set up DMARC management to send Cloudflare the reports for my domain. I believe I've covered that in a previous podcast. And if you're interested in how I did that, just reach out, leave comments. I'll answer the questions for you. It tells you what my record overview is right now. I'm just in monitor so that I make sure I haven't missed any services. Soft fail for SPF. If you mouse over the little eye, it will give you the tooltip for it. You can set your SPF to soft fail or fail. Don't ever set it to allow. Whichever you choose. Soft fail is pretty standard across the board. And I'm using DKIM. This is going to give us reports for the last 7 days. And if you look at that little chart, it tells you that I've had a number of DMARC failures across each day. And I've had a number of DMARC passes. So the passes I'm not really interested in. It's the failures that I want to find. So I'm just going to come down now to the summary, the table here. And you'll see on the table, we've got all of the sources that have sent mail on behalf of my domain and the number they've sent and whether they've passed DMARC, whether the SPF has passed or whether the DKIM has passed. You'll see here that the ones that I'm interested in are the ones that have got the 0% in DMARC pass. I want to see why these have failed. Now, Mailgun, I probably know why. My bad. But this proof point one is the one that's of interest to me. If I click on that one, that tells me which domain was used to send. So it's sending something in proof point. This company proof point is sending on behalf of my domain from this IP address from the US. Now it's failing, which means I haven't authorized proof point to send on my behalf at all. And it's sending messages to Outlook. So what we need to do is find out who proof point is. I'm not going to go into the details of how you can dig into it. One of the first things you're going to want to do is just copy the name, pull up a search engine, and I'm just going to use Brave and put their name in and use a Brave search. Now, Brave search will give you, like all good search engines these days, will give you an AI summary at the top. It tells us who they are. It tells us where they're located. It gives us a lot of information. They're still not ringing a bell for me. I don't know any idea of who they are or I don't have any, I don't have any recollection of signing up with them and putting my domain name in with them. And I've got, I can go and look at their company overview. It's given me their company. They seem to have a lot of things on Reddit and just more information about the company. So what I'm going to do next is I'm actually going to go and dig into this and contact these guys and say, why are you sending emails on behalf of my domain, and see if I can work out where it's coming from. That could be, let me come back to this screen. This could be because one of my other services is using Proofpoint and we haven't got it set up properly, or they haven't got it set up properly. It could just be that someone is trying to spoof my domain and use their service to send email on my behalf. So I've got to dig into it because I don't want these guys to get through. Now, the best thing about this is, and this is why we want to have DMARC, is it's failing. So if they're sending email on behalf of my domain and it's being spoofed, it's getting marked as spam. It's getting put into the bit bucket, basically. Once I change this policy up here, this DMARC policy from none, monitor, to quarantine or reject, I will be absolutely positive that anything from these Proofpoint guys will just go into the bit bucket. Right now, they might be getting through into inboxes, but they will be marked as spam or junk. So this is why we want to do it. Now I found a service that I might have forgotten something on it. I might have, sorry, I'm just thinking here, or they're doing something nefarious. Now, if they're doing something nefarious, I can go through, it's going to get caught. They're not going to be able to do it, and that's why we want to do it. What else can we look at here? Let's just go and have a look at some of the ones that have passed so that you get an idea. You can see all of this. A lot of this is going to be blurred out, but you can see where they've come from. I can see where they've come from, who's sending on my behalf, the IP addresses they're using. Now, so these columns here are going to be blurred out, but these are an IP address. This is the country. This is the domain that is sending on behalf of my domain. So because it's a third-party service and I've set up systems around it, I can tell where it's coming from. And what I can tell also in these last two columns, which aren't blurred out, is that they're not using SPF at all to verify email. They are relying solely on DKIM to authorize email. But I'm not worried about this because they're passing, which means I've authorized these domains to send on my behalf, these services to send on my domain's behalf. I'm happy with that. So you can go and have a look at all the successes and say, gee, you've done a good job at sorting this out. Mailgun was the other one that we should go and have a quick look at. I know what I've done here. This is my bad. I've got something sending from using Mailgun to send from probably one of my servers. This IP address will tell me which server it is. It's blanked out, by the way, it's blurred out, but this server will tell me which IP address it is. And that would be because I didn't configure Mailgun I didn't authorize Mailgun to send on behalf of askcharlyleetham.com. I used a subdomain, and when I set up the server here, I've just put in my domain name and not told it to use the subdomain to send email on my behalf. This is a fantastic example of, oops, I've made a mistake. I can go and fix it. Alrighty, so that's where you find your DMARC management information. That's where you can look at your reports. That's where you can find your fails. It's also where here, once you find the fails, what is failing? Is it something that should be authorized, or is it something that really needs to fail and just go into the bit bucket? That one was probably a little more in depth than we normally do. It's probably a little bit more geeky. I would love for you guys, if you're using Cloudflare, and to set it up using DMARC, send your reports to Cloudflare, let Cloudflare give you those reports, and then go in and look at them. Even as business owners, going through every now and again, identifying those DMARC failures, having a look at them, getting your tech team to come back to you and say, nope, they're fine, or explain them to you, is a really good idea. But you can be on top of it. You can see what's going on, even if you don't want to fix it, or even if you want to get someone else to fix it, at least you've got that vision of what is and isn't working for your business. How did I go, guys? Did I answer more questions than I answer more questions than I asked? I think that's the way I want to say that. Kind of hope did I ask more questions than I answered? That's the way I want to say that. Certainly hope I did. Did it sort of confuse you on what I was doing there? Let me know. If you've got more questions, if you want to know more about those sorts of systems, leave comments wherever you're watching or listening to this episode. If it was useful to you, please give it a like and maybe share it with a friend, maybe share it with your tech team and say, go do this for me. Let me know what's happening, or ask your tech team where your DMARC reports are and whether they're monitoring them or not. That's a good one to do too. If you need help with these sorts of things, this is what I do. This is what my business is here for. It's to help you guys demystify your tech, handle your tech for you. Reach out and book your free breakthrough session on my website, askcharlyleetham.com. Hit the button on the top right-hand corner, book your breakthrough session there. If you've already had a breakthrough session, because it is only one free session per person, per business, please reach out. I am available to hire. I can help you out with all of this stuff. So please reach out and we'll have a chat about that as well. That's it for today. Be safe. Hope your emails are getting delivered, and I will see you on Friday, or Firewall Friday. Bye. Hey there, thanks so much for tuning in to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost. I hope today's episode gave you some actionable insights that will make your business tech work smarter for you. If you found value, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with other small business owners who could use a daily boost. For more tips, tools, and resources, visit www.askcharlyleetham.com. Until next time, keep rising, keep shining, and let's make tech simple together.